What's going on, everybody? How you doing? Happy Thursday. Glad you can make it. New video today. Something I keep hearing about with a lot of people, not just first-time home buyers, but just buyers in general. One thing they're worried about in this market is overpaying for their home. They do not want to get caught upside down in a couple of years with their home. They're just saying, look, the ask price is, whatever, 400,000. Just throw that down there because that's what's written on the board behind me. Let's say the ask price is 400,000. They don't want to go up to 420, because they're like, well, I went over ask. I'm going to be upside down in a home. But one thing, and I'm here to explain this to you. One thing about that is, and I've dealt with a ton of buyers in this market. I got my realtor's license right around the time that the market started to really go very hot for sellers. Right around the time it became a seller's market is right around the time I got my realtor's license a couple years ago. And I've dealt with a ton of buyers in this market. Every buyer I've gotten a house had to go over ask, whether it was 5,000 or 20,000 was the highest. But guess what? Every single one of those homes appraised at least at what it needed to appraise to be approved for the loan, and it has to appraise for what they're buying it for the bank to approve the loan. So, like I said, even the house I got under contract 20,000 over ask, it appraised for an additional 15,000 over what we were paying for it. So the person walked in with $15,000 over what they were paying for it in equity. So the thing about it is appraisals and appraisers, they get their number values based on what other homes like that sold for. So it's just common sense. And one thing that's getting overlooked here with a lot of people and a lot of buyers mainly is if the homes are being sold over ask, okay, that means that gradually over time appraisal values are going to rise as well. And the other thing about it is this market. Listen, no one has a crystal ball. Okay, I'm not sitting here telling you. I'm not supposed to either. I'm not sitting here telling you I guarantee the market is going to continue to appreciate somewhere between 8 and 12%. No, but that's what the experts are predicting. The experts are predicting that the market is going to continue to appreciate over the next 2 to 3 years by 8 to 12%. So again, some things some things that they were thinking about, and I wanted to explain, which is why I brought out the whiteboard for this one again. Is diving into the numbers and explaining to you why you as a buyer should not be overly concerned with having to pay a little over ask to get that home you really want and desire. It doesn't necessarily mean you're going to end up upside down. Now, don't go crazy. Don't go offering 100,000 over ask, 50,000 over ask, anything like that. But 15 to 20, 25,000 over ask in this market is not that crazy. And like I said, if things get predicted and things come true as they're predicting with the 8 to 12% appreciation values for homes over the next 2 to 3 years, you're still going to be golden if you decide to sell it down the road. So, and we're going to break that down for you right here, and that's why I have the whiteboard behind me. So, a couple things to talk about here. First and foremost, we're going to use nice even numbers. I wasn't that great at math. I wasn't a great math student in high school, so we're going to use nice even round numbers. For the most part. So first and foremost, the list price of this house is $400,000. That's what the list price is. Okay, so say you get into a bidding war, the listing agent tells your realtor, "Hey, look, we've got multiple offers on this home. You're going to have to come heavy." You decide to go 20 over ask, and your offer is accepted. 20 over ask, conventional loan, which is why we're doing 5% down. But let's not jump ahead here. Under contract, you're under contract for 420. Again, like I said, every home I got under contract for the buyers had to be 5 to 20 over ask, and all those homes appraised. Okay, that's the thing. Appraisals are still coming in at the number it needs to come in, even though the homes are being over ask. So under contract at 420, it appraises for 420. You're good to go on that. You're putting 5% down, which is 21,000 is your down payment towards that. So your principal amount when you go into the loan, what you're going to owe is about $399,000 on the loan itself. Okay, 30-year, 4.5%. Let's just say that's what you did. You did a 30-year mortgage at 4.5%, pretty nice interest rate. Your principal payment is to start off is around $500. It goes up every month. How much you're paying, your principal amount goes up every single month of the loan term, but we'll say let's average about 550. Okay, we're gonna average it out to about 550. And again, it's probably even going to be more because, like I said, your principal amount goes up gradually every single month when you're paying down your mortgage. So 2 years is 24 months. So 24 months of paying 550 down on your principal is 13,200. Again, trying to stay with the nice even numbers here. So again, 24 months of paying 550 principal. And actually is going to end up being more than that because, again, like I said, every month you pay a mortgage, you're paying more and more down on your principal. So 8% appreciation. Like I said, the experts are saying, the real estate experts are saying, over the next 2 to 3 years, the housing market is going to continue to appreciate somewhere between 8 and 12%. We're going to use the low number just to be safe. So let's say it appreciated 2 years, it appreciated 8%. So now that home that you bought and appraised at 420 is now worth $33,600 more than what you paid for it. So we add those together, 33,600, 420,000 was the appraised value back then, and now your home is worth $453,600. Okay, this is what again, your initial principal after your down payment was $399, like we talked about. Your principal you paid towards it was $13,200. In those 2 years or 24 months, you paid $13,200 off the $399. So now you owe $385,800. Like I said, the current value appreciated in those 2 years to $453,600. So your equity in 2 years, paying 20 over ask, even though it was 20 over ask, it's still appraised. Your equity in 2 years, if you decide to sell the exact same home, would be $67,800 still. So still a really nice chunk of change, even though you paid 20 over ask at the time. And again, this is all assuming the market does exactly what people are saying, and it does appreciate 8 to 12%. Just some numbers to roughly think about. Like I said, this is something I'm talking to with a lot of buyers, a lot of people who want to buy in this market, but they're concerned about being upside down in a couple of years. Like I said, I'm not telling you to go crazy. I'm not telling you to throw offers out there 40, 50,000 over ask. First of all, it has to appraise before you get approved, or you have to make up the difference in the down payment. So you don't have a lot of cash as it is. You can't go that crazy over ask, first of all. But the main thing is that, again, because these homes are being sold over ask, that's what the appraisers use to determine value. They're not going by list price. They're going by what the homes actually sold for. So because the homes are going over ask, that gradually improves appraisal values as well. And like I said, if the experts are correct in what they're estimating with this market is still going to ascend 8 to 12% over the next 2 years, you're still going to be sitting pretty, even if you pay over ask. So if you're a buyer and you're worried about that, I would tell you, don't be so worried about it. Go get your dream home. Don't miss out on it. Be a homeowner. Live the American dream. Thank you, and that's all I got for you today.